This is a continuation.
Got your countdown.
Let me stop though. It's still recording.
So, greetings. We are here in the moment with Miss K.
And J.
Yes, and the Miss and the J, I guess that shows my seniority of sorts. But we are here, and we are in the moment. And why are we here?
Well, we are here. Basically, we felt like conversations that we had or who we are should definitely be recorded or documented, I should say. So that's one of the big reasons why the idea even, came up into our head about even starting a podcast. So that's one of the reasons.
That's one, yeah. I mean, definitely, as you said, I feel that between the two of us and our relationship, we have indeed had some really great thought-provoking conversations, and I think we, for me, there's a lot of voices out there, and I feel like I do want my voice to be out there, and sometimes I get lucky and I say something that's really thought-provoking and helpful, and I think that's what we want to do also, not just talk about ourselves, but also to get dialogue going and communication and share good resources and just allow another opportunity for us to give back to the world, I guess.
So, just a few. I remember, if I remember what I wrote correctly. What is one of your goals for the podcast?
Oh.
Or you could think short term, long term, whatever. Just what is something that you want to, I guess, gain, or not? That's two different questions. But.
Well, goal.
Okay, goals
first. I guess an opportunity to be creative. I feel that based on where I am right now in my life span, it's becoming more and more important for me to have a creative outlet, have a opportunity to be different, be unique, be no rules, just be out there, and so definitely being able to tap into that creativity and some of my past interest in communication and things of that nature. So that's one goal, is to tap into my creativity.
Okay. One of my goals would be definitely to learn a lot about myself as well as my mom. I feel like we have open dialogue, but I feel like when it comes to having a podcast, things just come up in conversation that probably wouldn't come up on a day-to-day basis or on a regular basis. So definitely growth is one of mine. I agree with the creative part. I did go to school for mass communications and public relations, so I definitely would have been able to put everything that I've learned in school, or at least my interest, into something that I can call mine. I feel like in life I haven't really had something that was mine, or something that I have been behind, or that's not even, I shouldn't even say that, but things that I've been behind hasn't been authentically mine, or something that I, created, or...
I think the buzzword that you're looking for is ownership.
Ownership.
And I think definitely that's a important aspect that we should have in our lives, is to be able to have something that is ours, and that we feel we can shape into something that reflects us. So definitely, I think for me, another goal would be, in addition to what you might have just shared, is just even meeting new people, forging relationships and learning from others.
Right.
Because only when you have conversations do you actually learn about yourself and other people and situations. So definitely, I feel one of the goals for me is meeting new people.
Okay.
So
what was the next question? Gain. What do you want to gain? Is that kind of the same thing? Would you say that's the same thing?
Well, I guess. I mean, we can definitely commit to making sure that we grow from this experience, and that we grow with our folks,
Okay.
But we could just and I think what I'd like for us to even highlight in this in this moment is how we came up with
How we came
our,
up with yeah. So that was just a
with
little bit.
our-
That was a backstory about I guess who we are, and just why
Yeah.
we started in the first place. So this is how did it come to be?
How
did
do
the
we-
name come to be?
Yeah, yeah.
You start.
Okay. So again, I feel like a lot of what will happen in our conversations will be me reflecting on where I am in my lifespan and recognizing that moments are precious. Moments are, but we move through them sometimes so quickly, depending on your age and where you are. So for me, based on where I am right now, I definitely feel that we need to be present in our lives, and sometimes it's moment by moment, paying attention to the details. And I think also because I recognize how life can be very fleeting, and that it's really important to pay attention to what's going on with you. And so so in the moment just is a great reminder, I feel, for us to pay attention to what we're doing and saying, and being, I guess being present. Being present.
I would say that I feel like in our lives, we tend to, a lot of things and lessons come from like being in the moment and doing what you say you're gonna do right then and there, and like just I feel like there's been signs in life that we've had that living in the moment is something that's like imperative to like life, and things something that you definitely should live by. How much time do we have? 3 minutes. What was I saying?
Sometimes I don't know, I was writing.
Oh, it's important. That's something I feel like when you're living in the moment is something important to live by, because I feel like life can get so overwhelming, and a lot of things can go on that I know for me personally, I definitely tend to overwhelm myself and frustrate myself when I feel like I have so much to do, or I can't do this, then I can't do that. But like when you're in the moment, you can appreciate things, I feel like, a little bit better, instead of stressing yourself out. And
Well, in this moment, my darling, I'll tell you, I am looking at your eyelashes,
is it coming off?
and I am jealous. No, they're fine,
Is it coming off?
But I'm just saying, when your eyes really pop with that.
Lashes.
And we've had I guess that could be another segment, is helping mom with her lashes, because I can't do it. But in this moment, you're looking fabulous, fabulous, fabulous.
That's another thing. I guess what we could talk about is what to expect on the channel. Like
Different things. We can give a
little.
We can make sure they show up. We don't want to spoil all our surprises.
No. I'm not saying being direct on what we're gonna do, but I'm saying like, can we categorize it? No. Lifestyle.
Life. And I think what I feel will be cool about this process is we will evolve.
Yeah.
We will find our groove.
This is.
It's and that's what in the moment really is all about. Is not so much really, thinking about what happened yesterday and what's ahead of us, but right here, right now. Not to say we won't plan for our shows and make sure that we
had to, like this one, we kind of just had to jump into it. Like I feel like at least me, not to say we didn't put it off, but like I feel like the not knowing or how it was gonna, at least for me, not knowing how it was gonna go was a little bit like, I don't know.
So we are speaking of the moment.
Yes.
We are in a moment of crisis.
Yes.
I guess.
Which definitely I feel like put a lot of things back, or put a lot of people's intents of things, but like things that people wanted to do and couldn't be done.
Yeah.
This podcast, for example, the rollout, I feel like had we not been in like pandemic, some more things could have gotten done.
Well, it's funny that you have that perspective, because and the thing that we're talking about is indeed COVID-19, and we are definitely living through a historical moment. And I find for me it has both good and bad outcomes.
Yeah.
For me, I feel that I've had a chance to do a lot of things for myself, for the house, for my surroundings. So it's benefited me in that way. But I must say that the lack of routine has definitely been challenging. So I can relate that there's the mental and emotional health component to us staying safe, and that in this instance it requires isolation and distancing. But I feel that because of it, we actually have been able to do this.
That's true.
We finally
got to sit down.
just jumped in.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with the pros and cons. My birthday was canceled. My vacation was canceled. But I'm glad that we're here right now because I feel like this took forever to come.
Yeah.
Us like sitting down and actually like doing our first product, because I feel like once you dip your toes into it, it could,
And that's one of those life lessons for me is because I definitely feel I'm a procrastinator, and one of my favorite quotes or things, something I would like to guide me is the Nike just do it, because indeed,
if not now, then when?
Correct. Yes.
Because it's like if we didn't do it, when were we gonna do it?
And sometimes you have to just do it and then learn from that. And because one of the things that I feel is important for me as I'm getting older is I don't want to look back and talk about or feel like I didn't try something that I've always wanted to do. And it's becoming even more imperative for me to do that. And it's interesting because you are younger, and I find myself gauging you and gauging me at your age, and definitely want to pass on lessons. But how does time feel for you? Like the goals and achieving them, or the risks that they come with.
All I have right now is like word of mouth, and what people tell me, that it's like if you don't do this, if you don't do things, not even if you don't do things a certain way, but it's just like if you don't take opportunities how they come, this can be what it looks like. And not even just people telling me, but like even life, like me seeing other people and watching TV, watching movies, all of that. So I really only have, I don't have experience of that, like as much as if you would compared to me. But I know the importance of like, I think I stress myself out. It stresses me out. I stress myself out when it comes to thinking about like, I was talking about like future, like doing things and my future.
And also what you do is your time.
Right.
Because I might have once upon a time felt like I had time to do things.
Yeah.
And or what happens with time, it kind of shrinks, or it keeps going. Time keeps going. So when you say to yourself, oh, that's going to take too much time for me to do, like getting a degree or saving up for a house.
Right.
You say it'll take time, but then
what
if you don't
do it,
time? Correct. So it's
I
definitely.
know that. I definitely do know the importance of that, and that was like college for me, because college flew by. But it was like, and it's like people told me that in and out, like, oh, it's like, make sure you do. But I'm just thinking like, I don't even know what my thought process was in that, but definitely once I graduated, it was kind of like should I have done more in college? Could I have done more? Yeah, I could have. Yeah, definitely. So that's just that was my first-hand experience with that. But I'm trying to take that and how I'm now feeling after school into just like life things. Like, so even with this, for example, like I'm very excited about this because like I said, ownership, something that I can do. But I feel like it's something that I can benefit from, career-wise, life-wise. So I want to be able to take the opportunity and definitely do something with it. Because I feel like in college I picked and choose my opportunities and what I did with them. So don't want to do that.
Yes, I mean, definitely. I think what I heard, what you just said, is even that whole notion of could you have, should you have, and again, those are past things, no longer in the moment. However, I think it's important for us to be honest with ourselves and the other thing is what you do with that honesty. Like if you know that you could have done something differently, then you have to play that forward, so to speak, and assess what's the next opportunity. What will you do in the next moment when you have to choose what to do, what not to do, so that way should haves and could haves, they don't just linger. They become lessons. You know, and I think that's the only point reflecting on what we could have or should have done would be only if you can move it forward to another moment where you could do better.
Right. So this is our moment of taking the pandemic and the COVID and whatever, and using this to our advantage. Because without this, it would have been a little bit harder for both of us to sit down. I'm trying to find the balance of being productive and taking this, because there's two different spectrums of how people are looking at this. It's like, one, it's like if you didn't walk out of this pandemic with a new hobby, a new business, like however, if you didn't come out of this farther than you were before, you did it wrong. Other people are just saying, taking the time like this is I'm relaxing. I'm taking this time to, this is to slow down, so I'm trying to find the balance of that, because I didn't even need to slow down previously, but I'm trying not to make myself feel bad for like laying in bed and doing things that are relaxing, but also trying to be productive as well. So this is feeding my productivity that I want to be able to keep going.
You and I have definitely a different perspective. Not totally black and white, but definitely I was coming from a place of getting up in the morning, going to work. My day had some structure. I had that routine. And I must say, I've had some challenges without that routine. And something you said just interesting just now is whether you come out of this with a new hobby, a new business. And I think that puts pressure on some of us, and it's nice if it happens naturally. Like I do find myself wondering, because I think I'm a semi-sloppy person, but I appreciate neatness and order. And I can even see that when my surroundings, when my environment is orderly, it actually impacts how I feel, and it really does. So I'm wondering, as I'm digging deeper into getting order and decluttering, will I come out of this a different person in terms of how I maneuver and maintain that organization, and even appreciate it, because sometimes you have to have moments for you to actually embrace, because running in and out the house for work, coming in, gym, dinner, bed, for some, you don't actually get to say, wow, this feels good. This feels good. So being home to experience the work has been pretty cool. So, I mean, I think definitely for us, we would want to wish our listeners and our, the community out there that they are able to find some balance in taking care of themselves, but also seeing if there's a growing opportunity here. Because some people feel that this is not coincidental. There's a purpose and a reason for this, and I think if we could all find that, I think the disadvantage or the sadder stories are those that don't have the luxury of still earning an income. So now they can't. They can't reflect other than how do they put food on the table. And for some people, this may be a business opportunity that gets created. But all the stories in the world are going to be different.
Everybody's moment is different.
Correct. And it's what we do, how we respond to those moments. So I think definitely COVID will go down in history. I think
it's going to be in the textbooks.
Absolutely. And even for me, I'm appreciating. I think social media has taken on a deeper meaning, a more soulful other than just because, other than
Yeah.
it being a mindless
Yeah.
activity, it's now a connector
Mhm.
for people. Even as I'm using FaceTime now more because I need it.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
checking in. The efforts to create a community.
Mhm.
Online, or all the more so.
Yeah.
It feels good. And even that will also be a reflection and a commentary on what Facebook and Instagram
What social?
and
It's
all
gonna
these
be.
things have
Yeah.
really done. And even the fact that we could share our stories, we could share
Mhm.
our quarantine stories, and be encouraged by seeing someone else's story. You know what? I love
Yeah.
a good story. That's why I get stuck in front of the TV hours and hours and hours. The story.
That's crazy because I'm not a TV person. You are. I'm really not.
Yeah. Because you know what? I don't just watch for the entertainment. I listen for that line. I actually, you know what? When I watch shows, I feel like I'm hearing the writer's perspective on life.
Mhm. Okay.
Because sometimes they get it right on. I've been watching this show at Snowfall. And there was a lot. The lines are just amazing.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's a story in everywhere.
Yeah.
In everything. Even in your music,
Mhm.
in your hip hop.
Yeah.
Narratives. There's narratives everywhere.
I like artists who can tell stories in a song. Or when I listen to a song, I'm following along to what they're talking about.
Yeah, I'm a listener. I know sometimes you and I may hear the same song, but we won't hear the same message.
It depends on if I'm listening, how I'm listening. Sometimes I just listen just to hear.
Yeah, I always.
I don't
Right?
listen
Sometimes
to
it'll come like,
understand
what was that? And I told you, I said, don't you hear the story? The girl's broken hard. She's moving on.
Yeah, so that's because sometimes if I know the song, I'm just listening to it because beats, the melodies, whatever.
Yeah.
But if I'm really interpreting.
Yeah. So definitely, as we talk about what to expect on the show,
Yes.
you and I will definitely be talking about the music.
Definitely to everything.
Talking about the
TV.
yes, and where the lessons are, because I feel there's lessons all around us if we are listening, in those moments. So definitely. What else are we going to talk about?
On our show?
On our show. We're going to talk about boys.
Yes.
We're going to talk about
relationships,
boys.
love. And it's all, I feel like this is what sets us apart from many other podcasts that are out there is like there's two different perspectives. Where we enjoy we enjoy the same things, just about. Sometimes, some things. Yeah. We connected, we relate, but definitely we're on two different
journeys.
Everybody's
journey is different.
But me and my peers are on a different journey than you and your peers, and people who are watching us, and it's cool because I feel like sometimes we can benefit from. We do benefit from
absolutely
our
differences
of our adults in our life. Really, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I'm talking about from my perspective, and you learn from me, and as I learn from you.
Yes.
So I feel like that's a.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool. I like the fact that I can learn from someone who has not been on this earth as long as I have, and we learn from babies too.
Right, we learn from each other. So
as long as we're open to seeing.
Yeah.
And open to acknowledging it. So definitely what I would want for us is to rely on each other and share those jewels and even encourage other dynamics. I mean, this is indeed a mother-daughter dynamic here.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely our intent is as we gain strength in numbers, we are going to put that mother-daughter to work. We're going to gather other moms, other daughters to come together to learn from each other, to support each other, and that might be one of our underlying missions. Not that we're going to forget the men in our lives, because they are very important, but definitely this is us.
This relationship.
Yeah, this is us right here, and so yeah, I think
a little wrap up.
Yeah, so we are in the moment.
Yes.
With Miss K
and J.
K and J.
We have to
get that cereal out there, man. We're gonna get the cereal.
We have to get our spiel, which will come in time. That was good though. I think
I'm
We like that.
gonna just put it out there, Miss K, Miss K.
Over here, we live in the moment. That's like a.
Yeah.
But
and we want people to share those moments with us, and we want to hear your moments.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to just be about our moments, but you know, we will definitely move forward to get our engagement with our friends and have a dialogue. So until the next moment, we are going to sign off. We are going to wish good things for our people.
Definitely follow us on social media. I'll put it on the video actually.
Yeah.
We have Instagram. We just have Instagram right now, and then our episodes will be on Spotify and Apple Music.
Yes, more to come.
Yeah.
More to come. So we will sign off.
Yeah. And I hope everybody lives in the moment.
Yes, indeed. That's the place to be.
Bye.